deeper. Because let's face it, the penalty killers aren't going to push out too far. They want to keep the formation in shape. They want to keep the tight box. So those forwards on the penalty kill aren't going to push you all the way up to the red line. They're going to go a little bit and then they're going to back off. So you can back off as far as you need to make that D-to-D pass. So you'll be able to keep the puck in an attacking area for longer, which might mean just being just outside. But for penalty killers, it's now much harder. Because just getting it 1 inch over the line was enough for a temporary break. Now you've pretty much got to get it behind the defence. You've got to get the defenceman turning around and skating after it.
Right.
Just getting it across the line into the defenceman's feet, no longer good enough. Because the forwards are just going to stay where they are, right in front of your crease. So it's really going to change power plays and I think make them more dangerous. Because the attacking team has a little bit more space to work with and the defensive team doesn't have let's just get it out to neutral ice. We might be able to squeeze a line change in here.
Are you thinking more goals?
Oh, definitely more goals.
Yeah.
Absolutely more goals. Because also one of the main defensive tactics is to trap a team and force them to chip it in, dump and chase hockey. Right, we'll get to it first and we'll clear it away. We're not let you skate into the zone. There is no zone to skate into. So the dump and chase game is dead easy because you just send your forward down to the corner already and pass it to him. So you then have to back off, thus meaning you can skate into the opposition's half. Once you cross the red line, you can keep skating as much as you want. There's no line to help you defend. So, yeah, absolutely scoring increases. Definitely an advantage for the opposition if there's no offsides. The blue line helps defences.
Okay.
No question.
Is it better to watch?
It's certainly different to watch. It will. it will. The tactical revolution will be instant. I don't know if it'll be better to watch because it will encourage just a little bit more. Well, not dump and chase, but dump and collect hockey.
Right.
Because if the player's down there, you may as well hit a long ball to them. In football terms,
Yeah.
if there was no offside in football, why neat passing and breaking the lines? You don't need to do that.
Doesn't that, though...
Players behind the line already, just hit it to him.
But those big, long passes increase the chance of interceptions. Increase the chances of maybe packing the red zone with interceptors almost.
But that neutral zone is empty. And take the aerial route then.
Yeah. Literally play long ball.
Yeah, you can only defend the ice surface.
Yeah,
if you put it 8 feet in the air, no one's stopping it. So just flip it from your defensive zone, as it were, down into the offensive zone. And it's just going to get behind them every time to your player that's waiting. So defensively, they have to drop deeper to cover you.
I'm trying to think of other sports that don't really have this kind of offside and how they kind of...
Hockey doesn't have an offside.
Yeah. The other thing I was also thinking about was how we would make sure that the game still flows. And so one of the things I thought of was maybe having the same in basketball as having a shot clock. Do you see what I mean? That once you go into the offensive zone, you've got a certain amount of time before something has to happen, you know.
Okay. There's some merit to that. It stops you just passing it around the outside. There's a lot of fans who would really enjoy having one on the power play.
Having a shot clock.
Shoot!
No, seriously.
No, really, shoot! We've only got 2 seconds left. I think there is some element to that, but I don't think teams too often get into the offensive zone and think, right, we'll just... it's the second period, we'll just pass the puck around now. They are generally trying to work a shooting chance. I don't think there's many teams that are settling for the score they've got in the second period or the first period. They are still trying to work it. And I don't think it's going to stop teams being attacking. Yeah. It opens up more attacking opportunities to you. There are more ways in which you can generate goal-scoring chances.
So how does it work in field hockey then, having no offsides? What does that create?
Not much, because it's not so easy to get the time and space to send the ball long.
Yeah.
And also, you're going to lift it 50 yards in the air. That's fine, but that's going to give enough time for a defender to come back and track it.
Right.
If you're lurking at the edge of the D, a goalie can come out and deal with things. Don't usually. But normally, if you leave a player forward, they'll leave a defenseman back. It doesn't make much difference. When I played at university, one of our tactics, if we were losing, was we would just leave somebody up the other side of the halfway line. And as soon as anyone got it, hit it down the pitch as hard as you can, and then it's just chase.
Right.
Because if you leave one back, they'll leave one back. And we basically treated it as a game of chicken.
Right.
Okay, well, if we leave a second up, and then a third up, and a fourth up, well, you leave 4 back. And it was just our losing tactic to see how brave they would be. And most teams with a lead send enough players back, and suddenly they're not attacking with many players. Suddenly the game is stretched again. It's an open game rather than us being penned in. Because a good team just pens you in, you can never get out. But the threat of that breakaway the other way because of our player down the pitch did sort of help us. So we used it a couple of times to good effect. I remember once I was the player down the field. We're playing away at Sheffield. We're 7-0 down. I came on as sub. Right, you're up front. Brilliant. So I came on and no one's marking me. So I gave the call, no one's marking me. Brilliant. And the ball was cleared to me and I've got a free run on goal from 50 yards. Unfortunately, the goalkeeper saved it. But, hey, that won us a long corner.
Yeah.
And it allowed us to get down the other end of the ice.
Yeah.
Now, actually, there's no offside, but that's the same sort of thing you can do. You've got the outlet.
Does it make the game faster or slower?
There's more skating because there's more space available on the ice.
Yeah,
because players are stretched out.
Yeah, you think so?
I don't necessarily think it affects the speed so much.
What about the physicality then? You see what I mean? If it's so stretched out, is it worth going for the big hit?
Yes, because a big hit that puts a player down is a player out of the game.
Player out of the game, yeah.
And also, there's going to be a lot more collisions in the corners on dump and chase.
Oh, yeah.
Because the puck's going to be coming down to you. You've got to fight for that puck in the corner. The whole point of you being there is that you win the puck in the corner for your team.
Does this not also just kill icing as a rule? Because you'll always have somebody who is able to compete for it, so it kind of kills hybrid icing.
Yeah.
And then it's just a one-on-one battle.
Yeah, if you choose to leave somebody down. You may not always choose to do it.
That's
you don't
true.
have to. Just because the law has changed doesn't mean you have to. But I think most teams, for large periods of the game, would, because it is a tactical advantage.
Yeah.
I don't think you see it often enough, a team that's losing, hanging a player at the red line or the opposition's blue line, waiting for a turnover and a breakout pass.
Right.
And normally, as soon as a coach sees it, they're yelling to their defensemen, get back, get back. And so if you're yelling in that situation, you would do it all the time. And so you can force a team to play 4-on-4 hockey by leaving a player down the ice.
Futsal doesn't have offside.
No.
It's a 5-a-side indoor game and has a very similar kind of pace and strategy. Their rule is quite simple. Once you go past a bit like basketball, once you go past the halfway line, you can't go back to the halfway line. So if you can't go back to your own defence. So it's essentially extending the blue line all the way up to the halfway line, essentially. Once you're in that zone, you can't leave that zone. Also, you keeper can't touch it more than twice in futsal, which is a different rule entirely. Is that something that you would need to bring in to kind of counter really defensive play because they're so stretched? You could just, you see it all the time on the penalty kill. When you've got 4 players, you basically just diamond formation it around.
Well, no, because you're still 5-on-5. Whoever's got the puck has got an opponent to deal with. So if you as an individual can keep the puck away from somebody else, fair play to you.
Yeah.
So you're taking a risk if you're choosing to just play keep away. Because if you lose it, then suddenly they've got the puck and all your players are already covered by someone else. It's a 1-on-0 for the player that's just taken the puck off you.
So, more goals. It'll be faster. It'll be higher impact. It'll be more entertaining.
Just won't look the same. And change is not good. So that's it for another episode of Hockey Hypothetical. If you've got any comments or questions about the issues we've discussed, or any suggestions for future hypotheticals, then tweet us at HockeyHypo and make sure you leave us a comment and a rating wherever you're listening from. On behalf of Stephen Dowson, this is Jonathan Fernley saying goodbye.